What it being crew, it's your boy Savon Thomas, back with another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie The Fall Guy. Was it good? Was it trash? Let's talk about it, but first, let's take a sip. Welcome back, Bean Crew. Again, this is a review of the movie The Fall Guy. It just came out in theaters. I went to go watch it opening day with some of my friends. Shout out to you guys for checking out the movie with me. They enjoyed it just like I did. And let me start off this review by saying I thought it was good, right? So, if you guys haven't seen the trailer for The Fall Guy, it stars Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. And it's a very interesting story. So, the way our movie opened up, I assume they did it for all theaters. But I'm not too sure if they did. But at the theater I went to, which is Galaxy Theater here in DFW, they open up with a kind of a director's cut, like a scene with Ryan Gosling and the director just talking about like why they made the movie and the inspiration behind the movie, right? And the thought of making a movie for stuntmen, right? And highlighting really their importance within the movie community, because they don't get any type of awards per se, like an Oscar or anything like that, but they are important to a movie, and you wouldn't get most movies, if not all movies, without these stuntmen that do the actual hard stuff. Like every movie you watch, it involves stunt people just doing things like driving the car. I mean, especially if you watch an action movie, you're going to get a stunt person. But people are falling from buildings, people driving cars, explosions, things like that. Like, there are real people doing those things. Those are real stunts. People get hurt all the time. There's a lot of stuntmen and women that have gotten hurt over the years, but there's a lot of stuntmen and women that have done great jobs, right? And we don't know their names. And so this movie was made with them in mind, and I love that aspect of it. That's one thing I love about the movie. The second thing I loved about the movie was the fact that this was like, they call it a love letter to the stuntmen, but it was cool because it was like a movie within a movie. So we're watching a movie about them filming a movie, obviously, and I'll touch into that as we continue the review. But what's cool is they were talking about writing this movie, but what's crazy was the writing was about the movie that we're watching, not just the movie that they're filming. So it was like 3 layers deep, right? If we call it Inception, movie Inception, sure, call it that. But like there were scenes where the one that comes to mind was when they're talking about should they do a split screen within the movie, and then they do it during like the movie that we're watching, right? And so they're doing a split screen. They're talking about like the benefits of a split screen in the movie and like why you want to do that, why you wouldn't want to do that. They talk about like they're missing a third act and they don't know how to wrap up the movie. Like all these different things they're talking about in the movie is about the movie that they're filming in the movie, but then also about the movie that we're watching as well. And so it was just fun as a movie goer to see them, just do that. Like as a person that enjoys movies, I'm just an average dude that watches movies. I'm not like the big movie buff, but as a guy that enjoys movies and likes to talk about them, it was cool just to see that aspect of the movie play out, of them like talk about the movie. Overall, I mentioned the two main actors in this movie, Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. They have great chemistry, like great chemistry, like to the point where I'm glad both of them are married, right? Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. And because their chemistry, like they could be a married couple. Like the way they portrayed their roles on camera is just fantastic. Like they were lovers that fell apart because of what Ryan Gosling's character got an injury and just felt inadequate and cut off Emily Blunt's character. And then she becomes his famous director, involves him in this movie, and it's just a lot going on. And so that aspect of it was fun, the chemistry, the love story between them two. But then all the action comedy as well that happens was fantastic too. Like Ryan Gosling is becoming a buddy comedy, action comedy guy, similar style to like a Ryan Reynolds, except he's not like as the asshole comedy type deal Ryan Reynolds does, but it's kind of crazy to see like the renaissance of Ryan Gosling's career. Not that he ever fell off, but he went from this guy that I would say was like the heartthrob, right, character in rom-coms, things like that. Though he did get cooked in Remember the Titans as a cornerback. That's what I remember him from. Is from Remember the Titans and him getting cooked. He's getting beat like he stole something. That's what I remember Ryan Gosling from. That's my Ryan Gosling. He was in The Notebook. He was in other love movies, and now he's starting to get into like comedy because he's been in a few different comedy movies. Obviously, the biggest one being Barbie, and then now this. So interesting to see his career. Emily Blunt's always fantastic. Her career has blossomed over the years as well. So awesome movie. I really enjoyed this. I gave this an 8.1 out of 10. I also put this on our medium dark roast list. So fantastic movie. Go check it out. If you watch it in theaters, I definitely understand. You don't need to watch it in theaters per se. I think the theater experience isn't translated. Like it doesn't. You wouldn't be missing out if you didn't go see it in theaters. Like if you stream it, same experience. There's some movies where I'm like, you need to go watch this in theaters. This wasn't one of those. You can stream it when it comes out or check it out in theaters. You won't regret it. Either way, your time is gonna be well spent watching this movie. But that's my thoughts about The Fall Guy. If you guys have seen the movie, let me know in the comments. If you do go watch it, let me know in the comments as well. But as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in to the episode of Coffee and Comments.